So Sketch is a film. Basically, my movie theater has a like mystery movie that they do, and the mystery movie, like, you don't know what it is, and sometimes it's like a little pre-release thing. So it was the one that we were seeing, a Sketch. It is supposed to release on the 6th of next month. Um, it was a PG, like, kids horror film, kind of. It was suspenseful, intense. Um, it was pretty lighthearted. It was good though. I did in the theater. I did enjoy it. Um, Apparently, so it debuted at the Toronto Film Festival last year. It was also had the actor Darcy Gordon, which, I had seen her in The Good Place, which I loved her in The Good Place. So, it was cool to see her again. Um, the uh, the director did a cameo in his own film, which is kind of weird because it's like, who the fuck are you? And I was like, when I was watching the film and I got to that scene, I was like, why the fuck are we staying on this guy? Who the hell is him? I don't care. You're not, respectfully. um, you're not uh Lee. What's his name? He was in this movie. Um, Stanley. Respectfully, you're not Stanley. You don't need to be doing all that. You're not Quentin Tarantino. Um, and unlike Quentin Tarantino, you didn't even write yourself in to say a slur. Like, what the hell? No, never mind. Although Quentin Tarantino does definitely write him parts so he can just say the N word. I don't like him. Anyways, um, the movie was good. I'm gonna start about the movie. Um, the thing that I thought was the worst point in the movie was that it was overly dramatic. There was so much dramatic music. It was felt like all the time. It was very tense in scenes that did not need it. It was overly thing. Like, I from even the first scene, it's so thing. And also, like, I could tell some of the Foley sound effects they were using. But, like, I don't know. I feel like the sound department needs a little work. But it was, I mean, besides that, I mean, the editing was a little fast paced at points when it didn't need to be. But, it was a pretty decent film. It was fun. It was engaging. I stuck me the whole way through. In the theater, I think only two people walked out. So, although the people that walked out, they were pregnant. It was two pregnant women. So I feel like you're losing some of the clientele there if this is like a PG kids movie. Some of the to be clientele, but you know, um, the child actors were really good in it too. Um, I really liked them. They were all really good actors. And they were really good role picks for the role. Um, and the idea behind the film was really cool. The idea that like a kid's note like drawing full of notebooks comes to life, and you have to, like, the kids have to fight it. Like, that's just a kind of a cool idea for a movie. I feel like I've heard it before. Besides the kid with the marker, I forget the where he has the purple marker and he draws things like, you know. I mean, it's kind of, it's something that's been done before, but it's a good premise. The monsters are creative. Um, of course, the monsters are CGI. So sometimes, like, the uh Dave, or whatever stupid name that monster had, um, I think his CGI looked the sloppiest, but all the other ones, like, kind of did work because they were all like, "Oh, what's this one? Is this one crayon? Oh, you can melt it because crayons are wax, or like chalk. Oh, blast them with water and it makes them go away." Like, that was cool. I think that there was nothing a problem with the story of the film. I thought it was really nice and I thought it was really good. Um, one the film. Okay, so after the film, of course, I'm looking this up because it was a pre-release film. I was like, okay, Sketch. and I was really interested in the company that ran behind it, Angel, Angel Inc., because it had like this like whole scribble thing. It was like drawing from like the logo and intro to that movie was kind of like, oh, like punk hacker mysterious aesthetics from like old movies. um Angel Inc. produces, they were the film that made the Sound of Freedom. They were the film that made like the animated King of Kings movie. With, they make Christian right wing slop, which I could have told. Actually, one of my thoughts in the movie was there was a scene with the corn maze, which again, there's two scenes with the corn maze. The film actually opens on that unnecessarily tense music. Like I thought was so unnecessarily tense. I honestly think the worst sin that this film did was that tense music at the beginning. Please take that out. It does not need that. There was not one positive uplifting beat of music until the very end. It was just either silence or and I choices, choices, and everybody's entitled to their own, but Jesus Christ, chill the hell out. It's supposed to be a kids movie. But no, but like I was thinking like when the bus overturned and got flipped by Dave, um that like Jesus Christ, the only kid that's in this film, um like the only people that aren't white are like main actors, and I thought they were truly gonna kill off the black person first, like because like one of the drawings enters a gas station. There's a black and this black lady enters the gas station, and then singing, and I thought they were gonna kill her off, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And so I was like, damn, this is an exceedingly white movie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was kind of right. And then you know what should have tipped me off? All the grown adult men's in that movie looked like Jeremy Boring, which on second thought probably should have tipped me off. But anyways, they had the same beard, they had the same haircut. They also, the director suspiciously looked kind of like my high school film teacher, which I thought was kind of funny. It wasn't really, but I was like, damn, is that for a second? Because it's been a long time, but um, yeah. I mean, it felt. I mean, it was a mystery movie, so I didn't know who I was giving my money to, and in hindsight, definitely probably wouldn't have gone if I had known the company that made it. Um, but apart from that, it was just a kind of like a nothing wrong with it. There was nothing to like. It's a 7 out of 10. Not even. It's like the 7, 6 out of 10. Generic children's movie. It was harmless. Um, the kid. I mean, it deals with. It has a nice message. Um, it. Yeah. I will say that learning the company that made it behind it kind of tarnished it a little for me. But I mean, besides that, there was really. I mean, it was just kind of a generic movie. I mean, I wouldn't recommend seeing it unless you're like looking for a bunch of weird, like horror films, like PG horror films. I'm sure there's gotta be some really interesting PG horror films, but there's better out there. But if you're looking for a new one that's in the theaters, sure. I mean, there's better stuff in the theaters. You could be watching the Superman. You could be watching the Fantastic Four. You could be watching other other stuff. But yeah, it was a decent film. Though me personally, I don't think I would have given them money if I had known. But yeah,